All right, Dashcam fam, I have a few things to go over. Anybody outside of my fleet, this one really is just for the fleet. There's not too many tips or tricks about what's going on with the cams itself. So, I actually did move myself and my two cams over to the fleet just to be able to compare more closely with everyone else. I actually did this Sunday afternoon after driving half the day already. And it really proves that some of you really aren't uploading much to your data unless you don't drive at all. And if you don't drive at all, you probably aren't in my fleet because I wouldn't have put a cam in your car. So I have a feeling some of these cams are still not uploading. So let's change that. I want to run through this right now. Um, let's go through last update, or let's go through last upload first. These are the people in my fleet. You know who you are. Noel, last time you uploaded was 511. Sierra, 514 on your first cam, 5.8 on your second. I know sometimes you have both ears of one vehicle, so it uploads in one vehicle. James, we figured out that you are on a different address now, so we're good there, and you uploaded 516. Shannon, 515. Kit and Scott, 516. John, 515. Jonathan K, 516. And well, me, 516 and 516. Now, that's the last time you uploaded. A few of you haven't uploaded super recently, but most of you are on top of it. Just make sure you get that done before Sunday so you can get paid for those images this week. Now, mount rating. We're still having problems with mount rating, and this is one I can't really track very easily. I mean, I can ask you to send a picture of a snapshot of what your mount looks like the visual from the Hive Mapper app, but nothing proves to me that you didn't just change that after realizing it was bad and tell me it was good just because you don't want to tell me the mount was bad. I don't know what to do here. If you really do believe that your mount's good and you sent it to me and that's how it's been, um, I could see if we can do a forced restart on your cam and maybe that'll restart it. But I outside of what I'm everything I'm seeing is really that the mounting is just not that great. So let's go over whose mount ratings needs work. Noel, your mount rating is 2 out of 4. We definitely got to figure out what's going on there. Sierra, both yours are 4 out of 4. James, 4 out of 4. Shannon, 4 out of 4. Kit, yours and Scott are still 2 out of 2. Kit, you have sent me pictures, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. It's rather confusing to me. John, yours is 4 out of 4. Jonathan K, yours is 4 out of 4, and both of mine are 4 out of 4. My front mount and my side mount. Like I said, I still have a side mount that I'm willing to put in somebody's vehicle, but I have to really prove they have to really prove to me that they're driving a lot because right now I'm getting 100% of those tokens, and most of my drivers aren't even getting what I'm getting in a week, and I'm not a long distance driver. Um, let's go over here and point out who did well this week. So let's see. And I have a really good case study here. Like I said, Kit, I don't know what's going on with your cam, but you and Shannon drove very similar kilometers. Shannon drove 492 and you drove 462. Um, two things to be changing this. Highway driving, if you did a lot of highway driving, you're getting less tokens than if you drove the side streets. And also mount rating, you're just getting a lot less tokens if your mount rating's bad. So Shannon, at your 40%, you got 266 plus tokens, and Kit got 157. So with very similar kilometers mapped, I'm thinking that the biggest thing there is mount rating, and it really shows you like less than 100 tokens for that week because the mount rating was not what it needed to be. Um, but let's go over my top drivers, and it looks like Jonathan K, you are my top driver by far. You drove 1,382 kilometers. I know a lot of these are highway miles, and you told me you're driving a lot of highway miles, so that makes sense. Um, because you got 143 tokens. Your mount rating was 4 out of 4. John, you only drove 527 miles, but I know you drive a lot more back streets, and different roads for your job. So you still did get a one. You still did get 139 tokens for this week. So very similar tokens between both of you, and the kilometers is just so much difference as far as what you've mapped, and that's mainly because it's highway driving compared to just city street driving. And both your maps were a 4 out of 4. So that is another great case study showing you how much more valuable the side streets are that haven't been mapped regularly. Um, Other than that, so like I said, Jonathan K, you did drive the most out of anyone. The next one was Sierra. You drove 743 kilometers this week, which was also really good. And then followed by Noel, which your mount rating is a 2 out of 4. So that's why you only got 60 tokens this week. Because I think it was a 2 out of 4 the whole week. So we got to figure out what's going on there because you still drove 536 kilometers and only got 60 tokens, which is it's not good. Scott, I don't think you're uploading your images. You had 58 kilometers driven, and unless you worked from home every day of the week and made like one trip out of your house, we didn't upload images this week. I'm going to be very blunt from here on out because we've had now week 13 now, and some of you have not been doing it 13 weeks, but my fleet has been live for 13 weeks. Most of you have been here for the majority of it, and we're still having some issues, so I'm trying to figure that out because I have dead cams that aren't making either one of us money. Um, and yeah, that's about it. We figured out James's issue, and that's settled now, so we know what's going on there. Um, a few things I did want to mention. I've brought them up on some other videos. I hope you're still watching, but it's getting hotter outside, and our cams are heating up more and more. That when they start heating up, there's a chance that they're not going to turn on because they're just too hot. There's also a chance that they just take longer to connect. If you know it's gonna be a really hot day and your vehicle's beating in the sun, you don't have to unplug it, but just pop that suction mount off and like put it in your center console or something. Just something to get it out of the sun and just pop it back up there when you start driving again. If that doesn't work, I may have to start sending all of you guys fans to clip onto your Hive mappers. Um, because if they get too hot and they do essentially not turn on again, that is a possibility, and then they're no good to either one of us. And I'm down a cam, and you're out any tokens you can get. Outside of that, the biggest thing is they are getting very picky on these mounts, so we got to be very careful and really conscious of how these are mounted. Um, the two biggest things are mounting right now, which most of my fleet's having some issues with, and just getting your photos uploaded, your images uploaded. I think most of you had figured it out, and now I'm seeing how often you're uploading, which is great. Um, this was my worst week at all for a fleet combined total, and that's mainly because the token price is down a lot, and well, I just didn't see a lot of driving in the areas that needed to be driven this week. I'm gonna have to start taking a few cams back if we don't get some of these things fixed, because I have a list of people that are driving quite a bit that I could put them in vehicles. So please be a little more conscious of some of these things. And if you have questions, please reach out. I mean, I'm here for support. If you're not doing something right, I'd like to try to fix it so that we can both make some money off of this. All right. Outside of that, again, let me know if you have any questions. Watch the summer heat as it's going to start overheating our cams. And we'll check in next week. But the biggest thing is keep your uploads going and let's fix that cam mounts.